What is a church? Well, a church is the body of Christ, which He's the head. It's the branch in the vineyard of which He's the vine. The church is a temple built with many stones in which He is the cornerstone. Church is many, many things. But one of the pictures of the church is the picture of the groom and the bride. Paul is the one that describes this for us primarily in Ephesians chapter 5. And he tells us that the groom in this metaphor is Jesus and the bride is the church. So the church is the bride of Christ. What's he talking about? Well, there's a couple things you need to understand. Jesus says that He loved the church. Paul said He loved the church and gave Himself, sacrificed Himself for the church. In the first century, the groom had to pay a price to receive the hand of the bride. He paid a dowry to her father. Well, in a sense, Jesus paid for us with His own blood when He sacrificed Himself for us. Second, He cleanses the church through His word. One reason He gave us His word, one reason we're to study and obey His word is it keeps us clean. It keeps us cleansed. It keeps our hearts pure. It keeps us focused on Him and not caught up in pursuing the world. The church is to remain faithful to Him, not committing immorality by loving the world and the things of the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life. We're to remain faithful to Him and pure. We're to be pure virgins, it says, waiting for our coming bridegroom. We're to wait as pure virgins, our hearts clean, our hearts pure, not in love with anyone else but our bridegroom, our coming husband, Jesus Christ. Our groom, Jesus, He said He was going to prepare a place for us in His Father's house. Now, what He's talking about is in the first century, they would have the wedding and the bridegroom would bring back the bride to the father's house where there was a section of the father's house. A wealthy father would add on a section to his house, and it would be built kind of like in a horseshoe shape. And he'd add a section down the side for the groom and the bride to live until maybe ultimately they got their own house, or they would stay there and take over the main house when the father and mother had passed. Jesus is preparing a place for us. Now, I think it's going to be amazing because it's more than just a room in a house. It's going to be an amazing thing. Think about it. He spent 6 days creating the universe. He's been working on this place for us for 2,000 years. It's going to be crazy good. It's going to be wonderful. Our job is we're to make ourselves ready. We're to be prepared for His coming. Jesus is coming again, and we're to be ready. We're not to be cheating on Him with the world. We're not to be filthy because of sin. We're not to be lazy. We're to be fit and clean and pure and faithful as we wait, ready for His coming. And it could be any day now. I personally believe that this is talking about the rapture. When He comes to take His church to be with Him, that's the groom coming to take the bride for the wedding supper of the Lamb, which is going to be a 1,000-year party called the millennium. Going to be an amazing thing. Just imagine a 1,000-year wedding party. They would say that a middle-class man might have a wedding party 1, maybe even 2 days if he saved his money. A higher income father might have a 2 or 3 day party, wedding supper for his son. A king would have a party that could last weeks. Well, the King of Kings is going to have a wedding party for us. I think it's going to be 1,000,000 years. 1,000 years, the millennial reign of Christ. So, the rapture, which is the return of the groom, the wedding supper of the Lamb, is where we celebrate the wedding, and we will be united with him forever. This is an interesting and amazing picture. The thing we need to remember is our groom is coming, so we need to be ready, pure, faithful, clean, focused, devoted to him. I'm Dave Early. Thanks for joining us. We want to help you be a disciple, and we want to help you make disciples.